54 years ago today, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. Shortly after, Senator Bobby Kennedy delivered the tragic news to people right here in Indianapolis. Today, city leaders announced a $5 million capital campaign to fund improvements at MLK Park. News 8's multicultural reporter Katia Winfrey has the story for us.
While many credit Kennedy's speech as what helped keep the city calm while others rioted, Abby Robinson says he more so credits the community for following King's philosophy of nonviolence, adding that overall dream King wished for, we're still reaching for it.
We've got some difficult days ahead. Martin Luther King Jr. said those words one day before his assassination.
But don't think that bullet killed the movement. And that bullet didn't kill the momentum.
Many at the time not knowing just how difficult the days.
What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence and lawlessness, but is love.
Teresa Lubbers was 16, one of the thousands gathered at the now Kennedy King Memorial to hear Senator Bobby Kennedy speak.
Among the 50 biggest cities in the United States, Indianapolis did not see violence that night. It does not mean that we did not see grief that night.
Abby Robinson was 24 back then, newly returned home from Vietnam, fighting for freedoms that he, at the time, could not enjoy in America. He says Kennedy's words moved the crowd, but it was King's spirit that held the most weight.
There were young people from all different communities in the city. And I think them going back with the leaders that brought them, stopped some of that violence from erupting.
City leaders and the Kennedy King Memorial Initiative is adding a new layer to the legacy, a $5 million capital campaign to improve infrastructure in and around MLK Park and the Kennedy King Memorial. $1 million of it coming from the city, enhancing the 19th Street corridor along the north side of the park.
This park plays a unique role. More than any other, it tells a story about Indianapolis.
Robinson says 54 years later, we're still reaching for King's dream.
Until we get our hearts right, our heads will never be right.
Reporting in Indianapolis, Katia Winfrey, Wish TV, WishTV.com, and follow us on Facebook